This is the new Bentley Continental GT. Now, the old guy had a bit of a reputation for being driven by people who tended to play with these things for a living. Anyway, this new one, it may end up being the same, because if you've got lots of money, you're going to go for this. Now, I love the design of this car, so it's just so cool. These creases, the chrome detailing, the wide haunches here at the back. Now, some people who've seen it say, oh, I'm not so sure about the rear, but I love it. I like the way these lights match the exhaust, and it's just all kind of sleek and squat and strong. And at the front, you've got a beautiful grille. This car is stunning. The guy who designed this has created a masterpiece. It's, for me, as beautiful as any. So, yeah. Now, this car is on cheap. It starts just under £160. Now, if you know of anyone who's looking to buy a new car, click on the pop-out button on the right-hand corner of the screen, or on the link below the video. You can refer them to the car wow, and if they buy a car to us, we'll give you a £50 Amazon card. As you'd imagine, the inside of this car is just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, the particular car I've got here has got almost £50,000 worth of options on it, and £34,000 of that is the first edition specification, and that's signified by this little one unit jack there up on the dash. So it includes stuff like the Mulliner pack, which includes like diamond quilting. The car also has the knurling on the air vents and on various other bits and pieces, such as the little organ stops. It's just feel quality. Everything is just lovely. There's a metal effect for all the switches, and things like the door handles are actually solid metal. I love it in here, I really do. And then there's attention to detail, such as the way the vents match up to this metal strip that goes all the way around the cabin. I mean, that is really pleasing. I hope you see it. There is something that normally wouldn't. For instance, the stitching up on here does meander somewhat. I can forgive that, and I'll tell you why. It's because this is hand stitched. Now, if this was done by a robot, I'd want it dead straight. But the fact that it is slightly wonky, it's kind of lets you know that it's been done by a man. Obviously, if it'd been a Japanese person, they'd probably done it dead straight. But that's British, that's what we're like in England. And it's a bit like John Lennon's voice. The fact that it's imperfect is what makes it so perfect. And the leather quality throughout, oh, it's just lush, so super soft. It's got like a boutique tailored feel to it. There are a few things that I'm not so sure about though. So you've got digital dials in this car, and they're really functional, and I like what they've done with them. They look almost real, the way they've got like a 3D effect. Part of me just wants old-fashioned analog dials, but there is greater functionality with this, so you can do things like look at the sat-nav, make it go widescreen, connect your phone, do various functions, and yeah, it's all good. And then there's the widescreen infotainment display, which it's okay to use. You can tell it's based on the system used by Audi. For some reason, they tried to personalise it, make it a bit more Bentley, but it's actually not as easy to use. Now, if you click on the pop-out button in the top right-hand corner of the screen, on the link below the video, you can actually see my full in-depth review of the infotainment system. Now, that brings me on to something else, because there are a few parts in here that you will find in other VW products, say, such as these switches on the steering wheel, a bit like those you get in a Golf. Now, journalists may complain about that, but the fact is, someone who buys this car has never been anywhere near a Golf, nor their friends. The only Golf they know is played at St Andrews Beach. So it's functional, it works, it doesn't really matter, and it doesn't feel cheap. In fact, all the switches with the metal effect, like I say, it's just, gosh, it's lovely. Some of the switches down here, they're nicely laid out, but they can be a bit confusing to use when you're driving, but you can feel your way around them okay. And there is a decent amount of storage in here, so we've got huge door bins, which is handy for your bottle of water. Down here there's the special storage area, which I imagine could be used for your cigars, but I don't have any Cubans, so I'm having to use a dry white marker to illustrate that. There is a bit of storage in here, but the glove box isn't the largest, but it's okay. You can put your expensive leather gloves in there. There's a bit more storage under there. And this guy actually has a wireless charging point for your mobile phone. And then under here, there's some really deep cup holders. I mean, look at that. Look at the way that opens. I mean, the quality in here is just impeccable. You know, the wood just feels great. And even the speaker covers for this upgraded name audio system, which, by the way, is so loud. The bass is thumping, it's almost like thunder. It's so good. That feels glorious. Everything you touch and feel is glorious. However, what's it like for people in the back? This is supposed to be a 4-seater coupe. So, go on. Yes, that'll slide out the way. Good. Shouldn't have to do anything manually in this Bentley. Also, the door, there you go, soft close, and it's got this little seat belt butler there, so you don't have to reach for your own belt. Now, I'm just going to put this seat back. I've never been in the rear of this car before. Let's see what it's like. Is it going to crush my legs? No. Just about got enough knee room. The foot space is a little bit tight and the seat is rather deep, so it's actually pressing against my calf, so it's not the most comfy back here, and headroom's tight as well, though my head is touching this beautiful leather roof lining. Annoyingly though, I've got product in my hair, so it's going to end up leaving polystyrene on there. These seats are gorgeous. You've got your own rear windows as well, which is nice. It's a bit of fresh air in. There's some storage and cup holders under here. You've got 12-volt socket, you've got charging point for your mobile phone. You've even got some through loading if you want to carry skis in the back. And look at this. This is a bit unusual. Never had that before. Normally this would be hinged, but yes, I could probably sell that on eBay for about £500. Now let's check out the boot, because yeah, this is quite a big car, but I don't reckon it's got the biggest boot. I think, you know, it's a sporty coupe, but it's decent enough in size. I mean, look at that. You can fit a large suitcase, and yeah, there is a bit of a lip to lift stuff over, but to stop you scratching your paintwork, there is a scuff plate here. I think it might be plastic, but it looks like metal, and I'll forgive it because quality in the boot here is really good. Even the carpets here are thick. They're almost as thick as in the front. And check this out for the 12-volt socket. Look at that, it's damped. Now, the thing with this boot is that they've designed it to be wide enough to take, it's just a golf clubs look. Golf clubs fit quite easily. Now, if you want more detail on this car's practicality, click on the pop-out button in the top right-hand corner of the screen. You'll be able to see just how much stuff you can fit in this car's boot, and some other things as well. However, this car isn't all perfect. Here's 5 annoying things about it. This steering wheel looks super lovely, and I really like the large Bentley logo. Seems posh. Shame then that they have to write